back to my channel, 1 ounce at a time. I'm going to be reviewing a bottle that was sent to me by Locke & Co. Really excited to give it a chance to try some of their products, and the first one we're going to be reviewing is their Big Catch Bourbon. It has a pretty nice picture of a fish on there. It's pretty cool. This one comes in at 95 proof, so really anxious to try this. Locke & Co. is a craft distillery out of Denver, Colorado. Colorado is one of my favorite areas. I love to vacation there, and I haven't had a chance to try any of their products yet, so I'm really excited that they sent me these and I get a chance to try these. I mean, it's fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and crack this one open, and we're going to give it a review. Like I said, I'm going to do it on my standard review scale of 50 points, 10 points for color, 10 points for nose, 10 points for palate, 10 points for finish, and 10 points for uniqueness, for a total of 50 points. I do have some tasting notes here, but I haven't read them yet. I'll go ahead and read them once I've gone through my review and see if I match up with their tasting notes. But really excited to get a chance to try some of their products, and they sent me 3 samples to try, so I'll be doing those in 3 separate videos. And the first one right now is going to be Big Catch Bourbon. So let's get into it. Enough to see the color on that. So Locke & Co.'s story is pretty interesting. They decided to do a distillery while I was sitting around a campfire, then where they were burning aspen wood in Colorado, and they said, hey, I mean, we love having people around the fire, and they're very welcoming and everything else like that, so let's produce some bourbon, and we can use those aspen discs in our bourbon. And that's what they do. They charge aspen discs, and they put them in the barrel as they're aging, so that's fantastic. I think that's going to give it a very unique flavor, so we'll go ahead and get into this one. Once again, this one is Locke & Co.'s Big Catch Bourbon, and it is 95 proof, so we'll start off with color. That's a pretty decent amber color for not being finished or anything else like that, so they got some good color on there. There's some legs on the glass too, so it looks pretty viscous. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to give that a 6 on the color. It's going for the nose. Get a hint of smoke there. Very corn forward nose though. A lot of sweetness coming through. Yeah, that's a good nose. I'd give that a 6 as well. It's a pretty decent nose there. Let's go in for the palate. Okay. The palate is very, very interesting. You get a lot of sweetness up front. The wood carries through into the palate. It does have a hint of smokiness to it, but you do get a lot of that sweetness from normal bourbon up front. Some vanilla, some caramels there. In the mid palate is when the wood kind of kicks in. You get a little bit of barrel influence, as well as that smoke kind of hits the back of the palate, and it goes into the finish. That's actually a really good palate, and the proof point on that, 95 proof, it's actually got a lot of flavor for 95 proof. I thought it was going to be pretty thin.
Into the mouth. Nice.
Yeah, that's a fantastic palate. I would highly recommend that palate. So I'm going to give that palate a 7. I mean, it's got a lot of flavor there. It's carrying on to the finish. Yeah, that's a pretty good palate. I'm going to go in for a second sip. Yeah, you do taste the influence of the charred discs in there, the charred oak in there as well. It's actually really, really good. Yeah, I'm good with a 7 on that. So we're looking at 19 points so far. The finish, for being 95 proof, this actually has an excellent finish. The smokiness that hits on the back of the palate kind of carries through into the finish. It does have a nice hug to it, and you do feel it, and the finish lingers there. For 95 proof, I'm going to actually have to give that finish an 8. That's a fantastic finish. It's lingering, it's still going. I would expect that of a higher proof, but this one doesn't drink 95 proof, it drinks hotter. So it's actually really, really good. I'm shocked by that. Because I really would expect that 95 would just drop off. Because that's what a lot of them do, but that smoke that hits on the back of the palate carries through into the finish, so it makes the finish linger a lot longer than just the proof itself. Yeah, I'm good with an 8 on that finish. That's really, really good. As far as uniqueness goes, this one's pretty unique because there's not a whole lot of bourbons out there that give you that smoky flavor that's not overpowering. Like, they've tried to smoke it, where they charred the barrels way too much and you're getting too much of the oak influence. This one's very subtle. It's not overly powering. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty unique. I'm going to give that a 7 as well. So, yeah, I think that's a good score, 7. This one's going to get 34 out of 50 for me. It's a decent bourbon. It's really good with the flavor profile that it gives. The smoke there is very subtle. It's not overpowering. Yeah, I'm good with that. 34 out of 50. Really good job. I really like this. I'm looking forward to grabbing a bottle of this myself the next time I'm in Colorado. I don't know what their distribution's like. Hopefully they'll be getting some distribution in Texas, but I'll definitely grab one whenever I go back up to Colorado. This one is really good. It's got a lot of flavor there, and yeah, I'm really shocked by it. I really thought the low proof was going to hinder it, but it really didn't. So their tasting notes, so let's see what they say about theirs. So the Big Catch Bourbon, the aroma is strong honey and vanilla notes with hints of dried berries, maple syrup, and walnuts. So the taste is full body with caramel, honey, vanilla, some rye spice, peppercorn to round out the palate. So yeah, what I'm getting is the hint of that smokiness is that rye spice coming through and the peppercorn coming through, carrying it on. The finish is long finish with caramel, black pepper, toffee, light brown sugar, and cinnamon. So their aging process on this said our Big Catch Bourbon whiskey is aged for at least 3 years in new 53-gallon American white oak barrels out of Cooperage's in Missouri. We blend high wheat and high rye mash bills for a wonderful confluence of whiskey. We finish the bourbon by adding aspen discs that previously aged our rye whiskey along with the first used charred aspen discs, and continue aging for an additional 2.5 months. So that aspen disc, I actually tasted the smoke on the back end. So the peppercorn kind of carries that. Going back into it, I can get a little bit of a maple smell off of the nose. But yeah, that's a fantastic bourbon. I can get the peppercorn, but I still get that hint of smoke at the very end of it, which is fantastic. Definitely worth trying to see if I can grab a full bottle of this. I highly recommend this one. 34 out of 50 is a very good score. I normally don't score many bourbons in that range. So good job, Locke & Co. I actually love that one a lot. I will be going back for it and reaching for that one. Fantastic job on that. So that'll conclude it. My review of Locke & Co. Big Catch Bourbon. Thank you again, Locke & Co. for sending me samples to review, and look forward to the rest of them. Like I said, I have 2 more to go through, and we'll get those in the next several videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.